Good afternoon, everybody. This is February the 16th, and I'm calling the Boards and Candidates Commission meeting at 3:03 p.m. So, and we'll have a roll call. So if you'll just say, hey, when I call your name. Councilmember Denson.
Hey.
Councilmember Abasal.
Hey.
And our Assistant City Clerk, Josh Stecker.
I'm here.
Great. Thanks, everybody. So we have an agenda today, and the first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of January 19th, 2021. If anyone would like to make that motion.
Motion to approve the minutes for January 19th, 2021.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's a unanimous vote to approve the minutes of January the 19th, 2021. And the second item on the agenda is the election of the chair. I've been very fortunate and honored to serve with both of you, and you're excellent council members, and I'm happy you're all there, happy you're there. I'm really happy that you're on this commission as well. And so it's been my honor to serve with you, and I think that you would both make excellent chairs of this commission. And so today I'm going to nominate Councilmember Abasal to chair this commission for 2021.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 And
I would just like to
opposed?
say, how has it been a year? Oh my gosh, it seems like
Yeah.
just yesterday. Councilmember Wook, you've done an excellent job.
Thank you. We're a good team together, and Councilmember Abasal will do an excellent job. So Councilmember Abasal, you're up now.
Okay, so I have big shoes to fill and shoulders of giants to stand on. I've got the commission or the questions. I'm not sure if I've got the agenda in front of me.
So the questions is the next thing on the agenda.
Okay, so should we just start from the top? I've got the Arts Commission's 4 questions.
Sure.
If you'd like,
I'd
I can pull that up on the screen if you want.
Yeah,
If
let's
you want to have it
you-
up so you can all see it.
please.
Okay.
That way we're all going from the same page.
I have a question for you. I know you sent this out to the boards and the different commissions, but did any of the commissions respond with suggestions to questions?
No, I didn't get any responses from any staff at all. I kind of was expecting some of them to weigh in, but nobody got back to me.
Okay.
Yeah, Charlie with the Arts Commission, she weighed in and she felt, not that I needed a question, but she wanted to just kind of have the committee remember when they're interviewing arts commissioners that they should have some kind of background in the arts, like maybe a skill of their own or some experience with working with them. That was just her recommendation for that group. She didn't have a specific question in mind for that.
I was going to make a recommendation that maybe question 1 for all of these groups is just to introduce yourself and let us know why you want to be on the Arts Commission or the Parks Commission. Because otherwise they introduce themselves and sometimes they cover that anyway. And that's just a good general introduction, I think, for all of the groups.
I think that's a great idea.
I agree. And Josh, right now my screen is I'm looking at a black screen with like a little icon moving around.
Oh, Jenny or Robin, can you guys see the text from what I'm sharing?
No, it's a black screen for me.
Okay, let me try again. How about now?
Still a black screen.
Oh. It says everything's working the way it's supposed to be. I think it's one of those days.
Yeah.
It's a crazy day.
Well, I think we all have the questions in front of us, right?
I do. I have my questions. I just don't have my agenda in front of me.
Okay, I have my questions as well.
All right, I will just keep up from here and maybe I can figure out what's going on that's causing this issue.
Okay,
So
so
And if we start with that general question that we asked for everybody, maybe the second one, because of Charlie's comment, can be, do you belong to any arts organizations, or are you an artist yourself? Or maybe something even more general, like what's your interest in the arts?
Sure. What is the first question we're asking them? Why do you want to be on this?
Yeah, introduce yourself and let us know why you want to be on the Arts Commission in this case.
Okay. Okay. And then then it would go to what? Do you belong to any arts organization? Is that where it goes then?
Yeah, maybe we could add, or are you an artist yourself?
So
Well, does it-
that's sort of number 2, maybe?
Yeah.
Should a person be excluded if they say they are not an artist?
I don't
No,
think
maybe-
so.
Maybe they don't like art.
Because I'm not an artist, but I definitely am an appreciator of art of the very many genres.
Right.
And I can definitely weigh an opinion.
Right. I don't think you have to be an artist. You wouldn't want, hopefully people would want to be a appreciator of the art, if they don't have any skills themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's definitely better to have someone who's got a medium. So we're okay with the number 2 question. What skills or insights will you bring to the commission?
That's good for me.
Number 3, what purpose should the arts serve in our community? We're okay with that.
I'm good with it.
And the last question, do you have any other commitments that would keep you from attending meetings?
Yeah, I think that's probably just a general one we give to everybody.
Yep.
I always like to know if there's something they wanted to tell us that we didn't ask them.
Well, can we include that, Josh? Then the 5th question should be, do you have any questions from us or, questions concerning the board you're about to join?
Yeah, that is the last question to each of these.
Yeah.
Are we ready to move to the Civil Service Commission questions?
Works for me.
Okay, so the first question will then be, why do you want to serve on the Civil Service Commission? The second question will be, please describe your experience working in and around the civil service environment. Everyone okay with that question?
Sure.
Number 3,
And
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I will move that first question from the Arts Commission, please introduce yourself and let us know why you want to be on the commission,
Right.
to the first. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Of course, the first question under civil service is, why do you want to serve on the Civil Service
Yeah.
Commission?
Right.
So we'll combine those two.
Yeah.
Yep.
Josh, let me know when you're ready for us to move on.
Go ahead.
Okay. Question number 3 is, why do civil service rules exist? We're okay with that.
Yes.
And Robin?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Number 4, describe some elements of a fair hiring process.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. On to Design Review Board Commission questions. Of course, the first question
On
will
the-
supplement.
And then
Yeah,
the last
On the
question for
Civil
civil
Service.
service is Jenny's recommendation, right? Anything else to add or?
What was Jenny's recommendation?
So that was the one we're using for the 5th question on all of them, I think. The last
Okay.
question having to do with, is there anything you want to tell us that we didn't ask you, or do you have any questions for us?
Got it. All right, we ready for Design Review Board?
Yep.
Okay. Of course, the number 1 question will supplement. Then we'll go on to what they have listed here is the number 1. Do you have any knowledge of the Design Review Board and its functions? Should we be asking that question about all of the boards? Because that seems kind of like a pretty good question to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that. Maybe that can be number 2 for all of them.
Yeah, or number 6, whatever. But Josh, can you add that to all those questions? Or all the
Yeah.
things? Okay.
Yep, I think that works. It's kind of like what I have for, or what you should probably see for number 2 on civil service already. Why do civil service rules exist? We could probably replace that question with this one. It kind of makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so the number 2 question on the design review board is, do you have any experience reading and interpreting site plans and elevation drawings? Okay with that. Number 3, do you possess any particular expertise that would benefit the board?
Yeah.
Number 4, what do you find special and unique about Gig Harbor?
Yeah.
Okay. And Robin, if I don't hear anything from you, I'm assuming that that is compliance. Okay. The DRB meets on the 2nd and 4th Thursday every month at 5 p.m. Do you have any other commitments that would keep you from attending meetings? That should be a standard question for all of them as well. If they're correct.
Yeah.
And then whatever the other question we were going to add to that would be in there as well. The what do you have to ask about us? Are we ready for Lodging Tax Advisory Commission?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Number 1 question be supplemented. I guess it's also, what reasons are you seeking this appointment?
That kind of is taken care of in our new number 1.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you possess any particular question number 2? Do you possess any particular expertise that would benefit the board?
I think that's
Yes.
fine, but I was thinking the next question should go before that. Lodging taxes collected, blah, blah, blah. What makes our mission meaningful to you? I think that one should go before the expertise.
Okay.
Josh, can you arrange that? So 3 will
Yeah.
become 2-ish.
Did we want to have the question about, do you have any knowledge of lodging tax and its functions before that?
Yes, that's good.
Like we've
Josh.
been adding. Okay, because we had that new second question that we're adding to each of them.
And then the
Sorry, I wish
fourth
you guys could see what I have on my screen. It would make it a lot easier.
That's okay. You can email us a finished draft and then we can review it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. The 4th question is about the LTAX meeting times and whether they have a commitment that would prevent them. And then the 5th question would be, do they have any questions of us? Are we ready for the Parks Commission questions?
Sure.
Okay, so the first question will be supplemented. Question number 1, what is your favorite Gig Harbor City Park? Why and how could it be improved? Leave that in there. That'll be number 2.
Yeah.
Question number 2, which will be 3. What do you feel are the major issues the Parks Commission should be focusing on?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Number 3, do you have any conflicts that would make it difficult to attend the scheduled monthly meetings? Okay, blah, blah, blah.
I would just make that consistent, like the other ones where it says Parks Commission meets monthly on the first Wednesday. Just make all those consistent.
Yep. Are we ready for Planning Commission?
Yep.
Yes. Can I ask Josh, are these the regular questions or are these the questions that came to us, I think in January from Katrina?
For the Planning Commission, these are the regular ones, the ones that Katrina gave. These do not include those, no.
Okay. Do you have those close by? I would really like to look at those. I thought they were pretty good.
Yep. No, I'd forgotten she sent those last month. Let me pull them up real quick.
Okay.
While we're waiting, Robin, where are you?
I am in Key West.
Florida. Oh, well, then we're not talking to you about snow, girlfriend.
No kidding.
Sugarloaf Key.
Woo!
I got here a couple days late because of the snowstorm, but I am here.
Where do you stay?
In a campground. One of my friends comes down here every year for like a month, and I always come down for a week or so.
I stayed at the
Okay, I have those
Concha. I really
questions
like
now.
that place. Best fish tacos in the world, or
Oh,
at least to my experience.
it's awesome down here. It's beautiful.
Okay,
Have you been in the water?
No, just the pool. We're going to the beach tomorrow.
Okay. I'd be curious to find out what the temperature is like.
I will let you know. The pool
When I was there in the summertime, you had to get out of the water to cool off.
oh my gosh. No, it won't be as hot now. It's super hot down here in the summer.
so you have those questions for us.
I do, yeah, it looks like there's 4 that she provided. The
Okay.
first one is briefly describe your vision for Gig Harbor,
I like that.
which kind of looks like it correlates with number 3 that we have. What do you find special and unique about Gig Harbor? Do you want
Yeah.
to combine those into one,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
use one instead of the other, or?
Let's just use Katrina's.
Okay,
I like the special and unique question too, though, because that gives us a sense of kind of what they appreciate about town. Maybe
Okay.
I like combining them.
okay. Then the next question she had is, in your own words, what is the role of the Planning Commission? And that sounds like that standard question that we've already added for all of the boards. So I think we'll have that one in there.
Yeah,
And then she had, what do you see as the biggest challenge for Gig Harbor in terms of development?
Good.
that's a great question.
Yep.
Okay. And the last one is similar to the one we already have. It's, do you have any conflicts that may prevent you from making, I don't know, it's this, it's, do you have any conflicts that may prevent you from making an unbiased decision concerning Planning Commission agenda items? Are you a member of any organization that may influence your decisions?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I'd like to know that.
Okay.
And then I think all of those are great. I still do like the first question that was there originally. Do you have any knowledge of zoning, land use, and growth management? It would be good for us to know.
Yep, yep, totally like that one.
Okay, so let me just run through the order of those real quick. So the first one that I'll have then is just the standard question, tell us about yourself, why you want to be on the Planning Commission. Then we ask them to tell us what they know about the Planning Commission. Third, I have, do you have any knowledge of zoning, land use, and growth management? Fourth would be, are you familiar with the city's comprehensive plan? Fifth would be, describe your vision for Gig Harbor. What do you find special and unique about Gig Harbor? Sixth would be, what do you see as the biggest challenges for Gig Harbor in terms of development? 7 would be, do you have any conflicts with outside influences regarding Planning Commission agenda items? And then the last one would be, do you have any commitments
The only
that
thing
would
that I
prevent you from attending?
The only thing I might add is I think it's question 5 when we ask about the vision. We maybe just say your vision for the future of Gig Harbor, because that got a little confusing at the last meeting.
Okay.
And I think we just have to remember when we're interviewing planning commissioners that this is going to be a longer interview, and it's a super important position, so that's okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay,
Okay, that's all I have for them.
okay. And then you'll add the last standardized question, the questions for us. Okay. And lastly, salary commission. Are we ready for that?
Yep.
Okay. We'll supplement the first question, go to making this the second question. Do you have any experience working with elected or appointed officials?
Yeah, that's good.
Number 2, which will become 3, what is your understanding of the role of elected or appointed officials?
Okay,
Do you have any experience with allocating compensation or benefits?
okay,
And what board or commission experience do you have?
those are great, I think.
Okay.
And then we have another, and then the one question which we always ask at the end.
Right.
Yeah. So I will go back in and plug all those in so that they all are uniform. There is one other, Chief Busey reminded me that we have the PC Fit interview questions that we did last fall. I don't know if we need to review those again. I didn't send them out in the packet, but he reminded me that we have them and we'll probably use them again when we need to. So I can go over those with you now if you want to review what those were, or we can leave it to the chief to bring it up.
If you can bring them up, that'd be great. If you can't, if it doesn't take too long. Just
Yeah,
quickly.
hold on, let me find them again.
Robin, do you fly into Key West Airport or do you go over the
No,
Coast
I
Highway.
fly.
fly
Yeah,
in?
I flew in.
That's probably smart. That
Yeah,
thing
it's
is,
a
that's a long drive. Yeah.
Long. People don't realize how far it is from Miami and everywhere else.
Well, and it's only 45 miles per hour, so it takes twice as long.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's a beautiful drive though.
Funny.
The manganese.
Okay, I have the
plant.
PC Fit questions if you're ready for them.
Sure.
We still
Okay,
can't see them though.
Yeah, I know. I can't figure out what's going on here.
Yeah.
Question one is, please tell us about yourself, specifically any volunteer community service work with which you have been involved. Why do you want to participate as a non-law enforcement community representative on the the Pierce County Force Investigation Team? Question two, are there any notable positive or negative interactions you may have had with law enforcement? Do you believe that in any past law enforcement interactions would inhibit your ability to be fair and an impartial observer of any police investigations? Number three is briefly describe your understanding of police investigations surrounding deadly force. What is the role of the media when an officer involved use of force incident takes place?
I
What
think
is the role of,
those should at least be
Go
split
ahead.
up. These questions got really long for people. So maybe those can be two different questions.
okay. So briefly describe your understanding of investigations. And then the next question would be, what is the role of the media? And then,
Right.
another sub question would be, what is the role of a law enforcement agency when an officer involved use of force incident takes place?
Right. Right.
So that's really going to be, we're going to split that one question into three questions.
Yeah.
I was a little confused about why we were asking them what the role of the media is. Like, what do they have to do with that?
Well, media will definitely influence a person's decision making because we are easily influenced by the media, and you might come to a situation where you're fresh and the situation's raw right in front of you, and then 5 days later you're starting now to read news reports from different perspectives and opinions, and your perspective may change because of what the media is telling you, or you could be influenced by that, and we don't want people to have their politics influencing their decision makings when we're dealing with an officer involved shooting.
No, it's no. Okay.
At least that's the way I see it from the perspective I would get from that question.
It might be helpful. You never know what people are going to reveal when you
Right.
ask them questions like that.
I would like to put in a question that asks them if they understand that they could be required to, in the middle of the night, have to drive 100 miles to a situation in bad weather, and if they understand that commitment, because I think that was part of the requirement.
I don't know if it's 100 miles. It's Pierce County. Would it be 100 miles? Because we're only going in Pierce County. Is it Pierce County or is it our jurisdiction in Pierce County? Josh, do you know?
It's anywhere in Pierce County.
So that could be Mount
It's not.
Rainier.
It's not a. Yeah.
Right?
It's not a situation where when they call you, you have to drop everything and respond. They're part of a pool of I think several dozen citizen responders, and they just go down the list till they get somebody. So it's not like the person that's appointed to this is not the person that has to be there. You're one of several that they can call on depending on availability. But I think that is probably a good question to have on there to make sure people
Yeah.
know. I'll ask Kelly about that one and see how he wants to phrase it. Maybe he could.
Or maybe as part of the time commitment, it's expected that at any moment you could be called, and it could be late at night or whatever, or during the workday.
That's sort of like question 4, I think, isn't it?
Right, because even though they don't have to go, if we're appointing people, we want folks that understand and are able to go as much as possible, not somebody who can't ever help.
Yep. So I think that's one of the, or it's probably the next question on his Chief Busey's list is, are there any factors that would limit your ability to participate as the non-law enforcement representative for an investigation on short notice?
Yeah.
And then maybe as part of that question, then we add in there that this could be,
You could be
24
required
hours a
to.
day. You could be,
Yeah.
you'd have to drive
And
across
anywhere
the
in
county.
Pierce County, they need to know that, I think, because we had somebody, I think, who was taking the bus, didn't we?
Right, she did not have her own transportation.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me,
I believe I remember maybe Chief Busey saying that, the sooner that they can get there and start observing, the better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Taking out the facts.
okay, the next question that he had on there was, do you maintain any close friendships with anyone employed by the Gig Harbor Police Department? And
Should we
then,
also include Pierce County Sheriff and Washington State Washington State Patrol? Because they could be called upon to investigate one of those as well.
Or other city police departments, right?
Yeah, you might double check this with Kelly.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or just make it a blanket statement, like any law enforcement office or relations.
Yeah, ask Chief Busey about that, because that could be difficult. They are likely to know somebody somewhere in Pierce County, and then should that knock them out completely?
Well, this is close friendships.
Okay.
This is not, do you know anybody?
Yeah.
It's close friendships it's asking about.
Okay.
Sorry, I have the questions on my computer too.
okay. And yeah, the last question that he had on there was just, is there anything else you'd like to add? So we can replace that with our standard question.
Sounds good.
And that's what I have for that.
Any other agenda items?
No.
Are we satisfied with our questions?
Yes.
And Josh, you'll forward us those once they are ready to be viewed?
Yeah, I'll clean them up and get them presentable, and then I'll send them to you. And then probably next meeting agenda, maybe we'll just carve out 15 minutes to review and sign off on them, if that sounds all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Motion to.
I would like to ask one thing, because
Sure.
this has to do with a meeting last time that we had. Since we didn't do anything with the lady from the B&B, Janice.
Janice Denton.
Yes, and so then Warren is not on the LTAC commission either. So are we just holding things in abeyance until we find somebody to fill those spots? Is that how it works now?
So the situation is we have to have an equal number of both collectors and receivers. And Janice Denton is a collector, but we're actually down 2 collectors at the moment. So Warren Zimmerman can't be appointed until we fill both collector positions.
Okay,
So if you wanted to, you could move forward with Janice now, but it wouldn't speed up Lauren's timeline
okay,
until we find that fourth person.
okay. And my personal opinion is that if we're gonna, is that I think people should live here. Not 12 months of the year, not, it's one thing to come to a meeting and by online, but it's another thing not to even live in the city for 6 months of the year when you're attending a meeting online, because I don't know that you have any idea what's going on in the city if you don't live there, or what's going on with the different groups of the people.
I
So,
think we were hoping to get some other applications in.
yeah,
Josh, if we have.
Yeah, we didn't get any this round. I think we closed it for this meeting. We shut off the application process at Wednesday last week, and we didn't have any at that point. We don't have any yet, but we've reopened it up for next month's meeting. I know that Laura's working on some people, and I think some of our LTAC members are reaching out to other people too, but we haven't had anybody officially apply yet, so we are still waiting.
okay, thank you.
And next month will also be Parks Commission interviews, I think. We have several vacancies for that board. So hopefully we'll get applicants for that soon too.
Okay. Anyone want to make a motion to adjourn if we don't have any further conversation or discussion?
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Anyone? All approved?
I,
Aye. Thank you. Thank you for the honor, Jenny. It is, you've been a very good role model, and I will hope to continue your legacy and live up to it and not disrespect it in any way and have people say, boy, she should have never given that up.
no, you'll be great. You'll be great. You'll be great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.